On this page, you'll be able to track your performance from every position around the poker table. Let's take a very quick look at what those positions are. We'll start with the small blind, then the big blind. The next position after the big blind is called under the gun, abbreviated UTG here. This is followed by under the gun +1, under the gun +2, under the gun +3. Some places you'll hear this referred to as middle positions since we're about halfway back around to the blinds. The next position is commonly called the hijack position, followed by the cutoff, and then finally the dealer button, the most advantageous position at the table. Note that these positions apply to tables with 9 players. Let's switch to the 6-max game here. You'll notice now there are only 6 positions at the table. It's important to look at your performance by position, since each position at the table requires slightly different skills and techniques. You'll notice a number at each position. This is your win rate. Like almost everywhere else in your reports, this number shows the number of big blinds you won per 100 hands played. Each position is colored green or red. Green is good. It means you're beating the target win rate. Red means you're behind the target win rate. Let's hover over the big blind position to learn more about this. If you've been to the hand chart page, this should look very familiar. First, you'll see the name of the position, the number of hands you've been dealt from that position, and how often you went to the flop. When you're looking at the big blind position, like here, be sure to realize this number does not include the times you went to the flop without paying any additional chips. Next, you'll see your big blinds won per 100 hands. This is the same number we talked about earlier. It's probably a negative number because we're looking at the big blind where you're forced to put in chips every time. The target value is just below this. This is the number you're aiming to beat. You'll notice that in the blinds, the target win rate is actually negative as well. Here, you're shooting to lose less than the target. Below this, you can see how you compare to the average player at APT, and to the best players, who are the players who have the highest overall win rates, or, in this case, the lowest loss rates. The target win rate is based on many factors and will always fall somewhere between the average and best players' win rates. Below this, you'll find 2 buttons. You can press List Hands to see all the hands dealt to you from this position. Since there might be hundreds or thousands of these, it won't pop up in the poker game. Instead, it pops up in this grid. There's another instructional video up here that shows you how to use this grid. The next button is Practice Now. This brings up the poker game. You'll be able to configure all the options to your liking, and then when you click Submit, you'll be dealt hands only from that position. In this case, we're stuck in the big blind. Not fun, but great for practicing. Finally, I never mentioned this small arrow next to each number. This is the trend indicator. If the arrow points up, it means that this number has been trending up recently, which is a good thing. If the arrow points down, it means that this number has been going down. You'll have to play more hands to determine if you're doing something wrong or if it was just a temporary downswing. Thanks for watching, and be sure to check out our other videos here on AdvancedPokerTraining.com.